My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Blueprints. In the last episode, after a little bit of heartbreak, we managed to check almost the entire rest of the blue tent memos that we can spawn, except for classrooms 7 through 9. Actually, no, it's not 7 through 9. 7 and 8 I got. Oh no. So it's only classroom number 9. Oh dear. And the mechanarium are the two blue tent memos that I still need to get. Outside of that, we need to find how to unlock the family core, which I took the vault outside with my blessing of the monks, so we can see if that is relevant. Also reaching the clock tower, sanctum key. Again, what I think is that has to just be related to getting the clock tower as quickly as possible. It makes the most sense. It's just I did that and then it didn't do anything. Because I don't else know how to input anything in there. Getting more stars. Spawning the ladyship's chamber outside as well as the archives. Blocking the lavatory and spawning the dining room outside as well. So we'll be focusing on stars as much as we can in this run. Alright, let's check what the vault outside is doing. Should I get my lab up first? I think it's better for me to get the vault so that I can see if it is giving me anything relevant that I need to maybe exploit over the course of the rest of the run. The thing that comes most to mind, of course, being if there's any new information in there, possibly in the safety deposit boxes that I've already opened. Vault! I'll take my 40. Ah, that's where the D was. Oh, of course. Samantha Hayes. Pretty sure that was the one that was there before. Grey Daniels certainly was as well. Just in case these are different in any way, I will be taking a shot. J Ribbon! Okay, nothing appears to be different about this room. Which is a little bit heartbreaking. The family core can only be unlocked by the sum... Damn it. By the sum of its digits. I've checked every one when we were inside, but I haven't checked all of these when we were outside, just in case. The family core can only be unlocked by the sum of its digits. The sum of its digits is 7. 1, 2, 1, 3 from the coat of arms. Those are separate numbers given to us as information that they are separate numbers from the wine cellar. What else could it be? Okay, so forgive me a second. I'm thinking of the coat of arms. We have MCCXIII, right? So the treasure trove tells... Sorry, the treasure trove. The wine cellar tells us the numerals below the coat of arms are 4 different numbers, not 1. Because it's below the coat of arms, I believe it's also related to the family, so I think it's probably the numbers related to the family core. It's 4 different numbers, not 1. So the thing is, MCCXIII, right? If I want to read that as 4 different numbers, I can read that as 1,210 and 3, which sums to 1213, which is a single number, right? So instead, it has to be a different interpretation. So what about MC? Let's see if there's different versions of this even. So MC would be the first one, which is 1,100. And then CX would be 110. And then, well, I guess the next one has to be II and then I. II is 2 and I is 1. So this gives us a total of 1,233? It could also read instead maybe 1,100, just 100, then XI is 11, and II is 2, which is 1, 2, 1, 3. They are 4 different numbers. 1, 2, MC, 1,100, CX, 110, so 1210 plus 3. Is there so that all of these are giving me 1213 again? Because it's the sum of those numbers. Is there a way to get numbers out of this that can't sum to 1213? Because if so, that's probably what I'm looking for. I don't think there is. No matter how you bound them, they come out as 1213. One, two, 1, 3. Damn. Yeah, because you effectively end up counting the amount of X's, the amount of C's, the amount of M's, and the amount of I's, right? So you just end up with 1213 as a result constantly. The sum of the family digits unlocks the vault. The family core can only be unlocked by the sum of its digits. I don't know. The core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. Okay, so hang on. This one's 149. It was, what was the math that we did before? It was 6 something. 629. Yeah, even that, like 1213 minus 629 doesn't even give us like an actionable result. I don't know. I don't know, Family Core. I need more information about you. But I also don't know where to find that information. Now that I'm running out of blue memos, I'm starting to run out of threads to pull. Like, I have a lot of things that I'm like, oh, I could try this. Oh, I could try this. And I'm absolutely going to continue trying them. But not many of them are rewarding my attempts right now. Sure, room 1 utility closet. Give me security or give me the laboratory. Observatory will count. And I gotta make sure that I don't spend any of the rerolls from this. Southern Cross with 4 stars is more likely today. Great. Hey, and there it is indeed. Ooh, Eastern Hall of a commissary there so that I can access the corners. Storeroom, mailroom, boardroom. Give me mailroom. Gotta get that. Grand. Code check for a master key. Sure. Especially because I literally have no keys right now. Seems a good sort to me. Oh my god, passageway, passageway again. Hell yeah. I'm gonna head back and draft out the other side of the entrance hall before I continue though. Because I need the entrance hall to be more likely to head out to the left. I mean, Rotunda would solve that for us immediately, but it costs a lot of gems. I got a lockpick and master key, of course, so I can use Great Hall easily. Have to use the master key for one of these. Hopefully just the one. Dang, 2. Couple additional gems. Ooh, 4 additional gems. As well as entrances and exits on all the sides that I could care about. Yep, that's the Great Hall for you. It's, pretty good. It's like really good. Wish there was a word for that. Hallway closet, 3 items. Yep, gimme. Shovel and even more chance to draw north-facing rooms. Conference room, Cloister of Joya does lead out to the left, and that is actually a primary concern right now. My god, Rotunda and passageway again. I'll take the passageway. See if I can draft kitchen or any of those fun ones from here. Nope, but I can get bedroom. I'm not re-rolling with stars. You literally cannot make me. I did that before and see where it got us. Dark room. Well, that's fun. Yes, please. And then I can go turn the lights back on in there. Oh my god, and you even gave me security immediately after, making our job an absolute treat. Let's swap out security level to high, as well as the offline mode to unlocked. Then we'll return to the security system, view the estate inventory. Oh, there's one fruit hanging out there that I've not got yet. What about it's in this room? Swan Song. Allow me to read the staff mail, please. Oh, 2 new. Friday, January 28th, 1994. Simon,
if my records are accurate, then today is your birthday. I left a cupcake for you in the kitchen while I was setting up this morning. It's not much, but I hope you like it. Many happy returns, and I hope today is a success for you.
We're 15 years old!
There's actually 2 file cabinet keys I hid for the Baron, but I think the one you're talking about is buried by the grill in the patio. I'd have to double check the aquarium to be certain.
Yeah, we already knew that one before as well. Remote terminal access, please. I'd like to get into the laboratory. Of an experiment to run. Specifically on the accumulation of stars. That'll do it. Next 10 times you've used your map, lose 10 steps and then gain a star. I might be able to gain even more than 10 stars with the upgraded floor plans, depending on how this goes. So before I progress or do anything else, I'm going to head back to the breaker switch. I'm going to hit the switch. And then head to the dark room. Off. 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 There we go. Beauty. I also now have the ability to burrow my way up through that foundation and explore from there, should I wish. And I might should. Just a single key over this side. I've seen a second item in here once, but very rarely. Yeah. Boiler room? Sure. I mean, I really do want to get the mechanarium. It's one of my remaining blue memos, and it's also one of the hardest blue memos, I think, to get. Outside of spawning the foundation on the 8th rank, which I don't even know if that's possible. Nook, storeroom, funeral parlor. This want to be the storeroom because it's an upgraded room. And now I certainly don't have to return here. The high-pressure condenser box is active as well, so I can leave. Grand. Patio, security, and nook, and garage. I mean, garage is a couple keys for us. Patio is a... nothing. And nothing of nothing. I'll take the garage and hope that I return with a car key at some time. Vestibule, conference room, and weight room. Okay, conference room is fine. Vestibule if I really needed the additional spend 2 gems to trigger my mission, but that's not it today for us. I will absolutely take observatory. And you got me, weight room. Take 24 steps from me. Farmer's apple is active today, though, so if I happen to find some apples, they'll be extra rejuvenating. Veranda. Oh, no, I have infinite keys. I don't need that. Veranda. I had a chance to find items in green rooms, and in here, there is an item as well. A sledgehammer, which can be particularly useful, especially when I find my first pool. Which I will draft if I find it. Study, foyer, and dining room I don't have a way to avoid spending gems at the moment, so the study is actually really difficult for me to use, whereas the dining room... You immediately have some stuff for me, some heat, so to speak. Attic, study, and den. I mean, den gets up into the corner that I want. Also, we're now in the 8th rank, so dinner has been served behind us, which is basically going to be all of the food that I need for the rest of the run. Commissary. Set of gems, and a bunch of gems, and we are okay now. I'll take the rest of the bananas as well. Pull. I would like to refill the greenhouse if possible. And the kitchen, I think, too. Rotunda, attic, and boudoir. I think perhaps I'll take attic here. Pick up a whole bunch of items. Thank you for the key and the broken lever so far. A gem. There's the car keys for the garage, which will have an item in it. Oh. Oh. Metal detector and a treasure map. Over to the other side. Grand. Now, I have spawned the attic outside before, and that didn't really give us anything unique, so I don't think that's going to be relevant. I'm surprised that Vault outside didn't. I feel like Archives outside is the next step. Ooh, stew pie for a 76-step dinner? Oh, sorry, actually, I have a silver spoon from a previous day, so it's even more than that. Oh, and there's a coin purse here that I missed. Yep, I'll take the armory. Gotta have the knight's shield if I'm going to go into battle, and yes, what I mean by battle is the archives room, or the lavatory if I draft the archives room late enough for it to not really be a downside. I think I should probably go to the other exits of my early rooms. I don't need any resources enough to really worry about digging these up. Realistically, it's if they have an item in them that I could theoretically care, and that's like 1% of the time right now. Ah, there's the fruit that I hadn't eaten. Those fingers pointing everywhere, by the way, that concerns me. Boudoir, wine cellar, and vestibule. Vestibule leads in the right directions, but boudoir is upgraded. Yeah, this points downwards. There's another two in the foyer that point towards one of the doors. There's another one elsewhere. I want to take track. Oh, there's one of those in the office, and it's pointing towards... I think it's pointing towards the safe in that office. So I thought there was a safe in this room for a bunch of time because of that. Another gem for our bonnet. Archives. I'll block against that. No blocking the lavatory today for me. Master bedroom, nook, and wine cellar. With nook, I can draft that far corner, so I'll do that. Also, it's upgraded. Forgot about that. Rumpus room, showroom, and close exhibit. I'm obliged to take the showroom because getting the moon pendant to drag 2 items to the next day is one of the most consistent ways that I can give a benefit to my second day. Also, I am currently holding a silver spoon. The proverbial silver spoon. I was born with it. Molded by it. I did not know the fork until I was already a man. Set in context with respect to Bane, to be fair. Rotunda, planetarium, clock tower. I mean... take the clock tower. I'm gonna go up and look at it again. It has, the only thing, it has to just be, wait, hang on. We are here before 1:30 in the day. It's definitely the second 1:30 though, and I've been here before that. I could have sworn I'd been here before the first one though. Well, I get a stopwatch, which gives me the ability to freely draft whatever I want, wherever I want, whenever I want. An ability I already pretty much had, but now I have a stopwatch. Right after. Obviously, that was going to be how that happened. Ooh, gymnasium. Yes, please. Lights are already turned off in here. It opens in all the directions I could care about. Servants' quarters, chapel and patio. I suppose patio because we have the veranda. And indeed it comes with a battery pack as a result. Yes, I do have a conference room that would catch all of these keys. I'm looking ideally to put mechanarium on one of the final spaces, but with 1 boiler room, 1 security. Yeah, I only have 2 of them blocked. Woof. Oh, whoops. Almost missed out on digging. It's big dig hours here. $25 coins and 3 gems, and another 8 coins. Try the left of the foundation first. Rotunda, rumpus room, and dormitory. Rotunda opens in the directions I need though, so I'll take it. This room to the south, I guess I'm hoping for any power-based room. Trophy room's 100% not essential. Not reroll. Whoa. There it is in all its glory. And goodbye. And we're pretty unlikely to get a good result out of this whole mechanarium situation I'm trying to set up at the moment. So gaining as many stars as I can for the rest of the run seems a priority then. I mean, sure, a lab that points in that direction would be useful if the next thing is mechanarium. Do I re-roll for the possibility of getting to mechanarium? I don't think so. That's how I end up in a spiral. I guess what I'm looking for most right now is probably freezer. And then to spawn dining room outside, maybe? I really don't think the 10th dish is going to be like the big difference maker, you know? All right, of course. I forgot that these are all openable too. Some of these will even... Oh, running shoes. Neat. Some of these will even just have keys in them. Right. As I was opening that, I remembered what one it was going to be. That said, it's probably much easier for me to just open all of them at this point. Especially considering I'm not going to run out of keys. I think this one is... Oh, no, it's safe. Thank you for these gems. This one's the 6. Yeah. 6-0 or... That one on the far left there is Kirk Darren as a pseudonym, so I don't need to look at that. So it's that one, and that one. There are the 3 that I can always ignore. I have been meaning to spawn the master bedroom outside as well. But I have archives in this run. Okay. I'm going to spawn the funeral parlor here. Because it's another successful experiment. Gems not in a box with a true statement. The statement on the blue box is as true as this statement. The gems are not in a box with a true statement. Cool. I don't need the gems, so it's irrelevant to me whether or not I ended up going back to solve that right now. Then I'll end my run in the archives. Do I have anything else that I need to manage before that? Do I have a coat check? I do. Alright, let's head back down there and coat check my most valuable item. It's going to be annoying to get the archives outside because unless I have the armory to protect me, it will block my floor plans for that whole day. Which does seem a little bit of annoyance. Bonjour, go check, please. Why don't you have a look over my, I guess, Knight's Shield? I could just fight. No, it's very easy for me to get Night Shield literally every run. You may take the Ornate Compass, because, again, its functionality is difficult to replicate from anything else. There are, obviously, as the Rotunda tells us, 4 different ways to rotate rooms, but it's one of the most commonly active and lowest cost ones. Okay, so I should also quickly go over to the garage. Just in case there's any reason to care about that. Oh, literally just money? Least useful garage I've been in. Great. Back to the archives. I'll call it a day there. And then I'll spawn tomorrow and head to my armory so that I can spawn the archives. I also do want to, again, spawn all of the ones that have a chest in them outside. And the coat room as well. The coat room, the clock tower I should do as well. Alright. The Red Athletic Center of Tomorrow. 6 red rooms, a gymnasium, a weight room, a pool, a locker room. And the next morning when we wake up, we will see the monk has blessed us with an archives outside that I will get as soon as I have my armory. Brass compass, sleeping mask, and gems. Great way to start a run, thank you kindly. 4 additional keys as well from our clock tower yesterday. Nook Library study, I take study. Get it this early. Makes it easy to decide what to do with the rest of the run. Lab, yes, thank you. The earlier I get my experiments started, the better. I'm gonna go with upgraded floor plan gives us the lowering of the water reservoir. I also don't want it to get too low. Passageway. Ooh, immediately afterwards security. Okay, so if I need to remote log into the office or the shelter even, I now have a lot more access to doing something like that. I didn't expect that to be a staff announcement considering there were, I think, 2 yesterday. Yeah, the electronic mail is not. Quickly log out and then set up the keycard system. Oh, I had a moon pendant yesterday, so I should check whether or not I even have a security keycard already. Sledgehammer, broken lever, sleeping mask, and compass, so no. But we do have a sledgehammer. Observatory. Gives additional stars. It is now my highest priority. I'm not going to take Draxus the Dead, though. East Wing Hall, I'm not going to continue progressing upwards because I don't have enough gems to really draft freely right now. Dining room, I could stomach summoning here, sure. Yikes. I'm going to draft out the north of the entrance hall. Oh, I didn't even head in here? That's silly, especially considering there's a coin in. Sorry, a coin. Coins and gem. And the gem is the one that I was referring to. A gem in. Cloister of Joy would be absolutely ideal here, but it's literally one gem out of my range. Coat check blocks this path in a way that is just not acceptable, so I have to take Nook. Reservoir's been lowered though, so that's nice. Hallway, pool hall, great hall. I don't have the ability to rotate the hallway the correct direction. I'm gonna take Great Hall because I'm desperate for free open doors in this direction, but I'm not gonna open the doors here until I have a way to bypass them. Office, library, and bedroom. I'm gonna take bedroom. I really wish I could have gone down into that corner, but it's not of dire desperation. Foyer. Offsets the Great Hall we just passed through. Yeah, look, that points down, and then that points... Those are the ones I'm suspect of, you see. This one will have resources for us now as well. Unfortunately, because I have the Inkwell constantly active at the moment, I'm not getting Florealis, Bloom of the Sky, which is a lot of my gems. Thankfully, as I said that, the game reloaded me with gems. Much appreciated. Conference. And no problems taking a chapel and continuing in the same path. Commissary, den, and mailroom. I'm gonna take den. Look at all these open positions for us to draw from. Delectable. Armory. Yeah, I wanted to get to later ranks as soon as I possibly could. Now I have the Knight's Shield and Self-Igniting Torch and the Morning Star, and it's time to leave. When I have the archives, I will look around the archives, obviously, for anything in there that is relevant. I'm really hoping that the articles in there are different. Maybe even only the articles that are hidden in the filing cabinet, but something. Just something. Maybe I should put a wine cellar outside. Should I try every individual room outside? That's certainly the way that I seem to be leaning right now. Okay. This information is exactly the same as it was before. Damn. The insurgent group RLCF, who also called themselves the Children of Blackwater. That's the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people at that time. Well, sadly that has no new information. Come on. Nope. Final one. And again, no. Nothing new in this area, unfortunately. At least nothing new in the areas that I've already looked at previously. And it doesn't look like there's anything new in new areas either. Damn it. Well, at least I can mark this off from my list of things I think might be relevant. The master's bedroom and her ladyship's chambers both seem like good options as well. If I can get either of those this run, maybe, but I do also have dining room, which also seems a decent option. Observatory would be funny. Would it even be able to... Because it needs like a spire and an open room, but you can't spawn it because that's a cave. I don't even know what it would do about that. Commissary, Chamber of Mirrors, and Utility Closet. If it wasn't for the fact that the Chamber of Mirrors is already locked on one side. I do like Chamber of Mirrors, though. Quite a lot when I'm using the specific... quite a lot when I'm using the specific version of the experiment that we are currently using. Allows me to draft exclusively rooms that are upgraded if I really focus on it. Sure. It's not unreasonable to believe that I'd be able to access the far side of this. Oh my gosh, especially when you're given things like Passageway here. Oh, if only the Passageway was upgraded. So many copies of it. Observatory. Pointing in the wrong direction. Furnace. And I can't draft any of these if I want to get the entrances to the chamber that I want. Oh, you are kidding me. Drawing room is pointed in the wrong directions. Den, thank you. All I need is something that pulls over to the Chamber of Mirrors, and Pantry will do that for us. Great. And then I'll see if I can draft out the other side of it as well, because then I'll be able to open the entire Chamber of Mirrors, and it'll make the map a lot more navigable. All's well. I think I've probably got enough gems to be able to do this. All right, that's why I can't do it. Need a keycard or I need the breaker. Yep, I'll take the Kochek coordinate compass. Sooner or later I was going to need this, and as it turns out, it was sooner. I'm gonna take showroom. Moon pendant, emerald bracelet, master key. I definitely want to come back and get that emerald bracelet as soon as possible, but any source of money that gives me money gives me enough to get that emerald bracelet, at least. So I don't need to hold off on picking up the moon pendant in the interim. Yeah, I can drop down the north of the Eastwing Hall and then go from there. A ballroom I can't access. Pantry and closed exhibit. I'll take pantry because I can use it. Oh boy. I really need gems. Not having Florial's Bloom in the Sky is a nightmare. I'll take the hallway rather than the funeral parlor, despite the fact that the funeral parlor would also lower this and give me 2 gems. 2 gems doesn't change too many of my problems right now. Lavatory they can't block. Give me storeroom. Another reservoir lowering. Another gem. Commissary. It doesn't take me where I need to go, but if it has gems, which it does, it's essential. Patio spreads gems around all the green rooms, every green room in the run. I think I already set security appropriately as well. I should access the other side of the Chamber of Mirrors as soon as I can then. Especially with the gems I'm currently holding on to. Gymnasium, closed exhibit, spare bedroom. Excuse me. I'll spawn gymnasium just so I don't have to spend any gems on this. Okay, all these sides are now open. Boo, 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 boo. How about getting into the center, though? This one. 1, 2, that one's locked, that one's locked, that one's not. Okay. This corner is one of the keys. This corner is probably going to be one of the permanent... Oh my god, literally just another... I should probably stop now, right? I've got... They're common. They have no cost. 4 entrance exits. I've got 4 copies of them in the pool now. The other one's going to try and give me workshop, and I'm going to be sad. Because I'm obviously not going to take it. Okay, that's one that was previously not accessible, it now is, and then this one. There we go. And this will get me my last two. Right? Oh, no. Oh, I need to check if the last one is indeed... Oh, good. I actually can access it. Is indeed workshop. It is workshop. No, I'm not getting a second copy of workshop. I'm never doing that. Goodbye. I don't need things from the workshop badly enough to do that. And if I do need things from the workshop badly enough, I will get them by re-rolling the infinite times. It's just as simple as that. If I need something, I'll simply tell the game to give it to me. That's fun. Lose half my steps to draft this weight room. We'll open the south side there. I would like a room related to food. Mechanarium, 1, 2, 3. It's just not very useful there. Another observatory, always. Doesn't give me food, though. So before I go there, I will turn around and draft out the north, throw in the blueprints. It's not food, but that would be a really good room to end the run in, to see what that does when I spawn that outside. I mean, I could also take the passageway and keep all of my rerolls and have the ability to just spawn something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 steps to get back to the dining room. I'm gonna take the throne of the blueprints. If I need to end my run in there, so be it. I do have a shovel, so this will lower the reservoir as well as give us a couple dig spots to hit. Seeing if we get a turnip. No turnips for us. Yet. Workshop tunnel and secret passage. Certainly not. I'll be re-rolling the gem. Another weight room. Classroom. I'm going to take classroom. Dinner is served. I eat an apple. For 2 additional steps. Drafting outside of this, though, I'll have the ability to re-roll multiple times. Library, mailroom, West Wing Hall. I'll use my free re-rolls here to see if I get anything that could offer me food. Oh, way closer. Can't offer feed, I don't believe. Drawing room, I'll have the ability to redraw out the side of it at least. Oh, boudoir is the same and it doesn't cost. Yeah. Boudoir, in fact, gives me 5 additional steps for drafting it in the first place. Or rather for entering it, because it's a sleep mask. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't have the ability to get back to the other place in time. Conservatory. I'm going to take bedroom. It's another 7 steps. And I think attic is probably not a bad way to... Not a bad way to what, Raps? Do you think you can get food in there? Have you ever gotten food in there? I'll save you the time. The answer is no. Treasure trove is all of the money I could want. 17. 18. 19. 20. Sorry, hang on. Pretty sure I've got this. First off, giving the Ageran Royal Scepter. Ageran Royal Scepter, I am ending my day today in a blue room. It's called the Throne of the Throne of the Prince. Throne of the Prince. Give me all of this money. This will be very useful because I'm headed back through the showroom anyway. The previous box in this room contained a true statement. I believe that means that it was actually a lie, because the previous was... You must don the mantle of the knight to perform the ritual of castling. Which can't be true. Also, I'm pretty sure I know that green memos in white boxes are lies. Just very quickly seeing if I have perfect proof on that. I need to write these out a little better. To be fair. Green memos in pink boxes are always false. The next 4 boxes marked by a moon contain false statements. Yep. That was a while ago, but not that many moons ago, as it turns out. Okay. I feel like that's pretty reliable now. This thing is lying to me. All right. We're all safe to head out now. 2 additional steps for entering this room, making it much easier to traverse back through. See, the thing is, I think I can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. I can get there. And in fact, I'll probably have 2 additional steps when I do. Only just by the skin of my skinny skin. Silver Spoon, Master Key, and the Emerald Bracelet. By their powers combined, we don't need resources. I didn't need that money, right? No, I didn't need that money. I knew that the plans were kind of tight. Heading down through this dormitory gives us a couple of additional steps. Not dormitory, this bedroom, rather. Three steps left when we get to this stuffed wild quail. I don't have a trophy room, I have a showroom, but thanks to my spoon, that will be more than enough for us. Great. Now what? I guess I can go up to the rest of the commissary and purchase it easily. Just in case I ever need any of the resources. From it, I'll have them. Other than that, mechanarium right there would be pretty good. So I want to draft something to the north from the Foundation, all of the other spaces, and then the left of, or rather the south of the antechamber. I'll be looking to try and spawn a mechanarium if I can control that. It's quite possible I won't be able to generate enough gems to be able to have control over something like that right now. Which if that is the case, then it's fine. Yeah, let's use our Chamber of Mirrors passage. Oh, don't tell me I blocked this off. Yep, I blocked off my Chamber of Mirrors passage. Oops. I'm glad that I didn't test it beforehand. Because I could have ended up bricking the run by trying to save some steps there. And then failing hideously to do so. I'm not going to check any of my things. I've got enough footsteps to come back to here if I need to. Not relevant, but I will open that. Oh, damn it. I could go back to the weight room and close the north of there, but I think the mechanarium is still going to always spawn a room to the north, or a door to the north for that. If I had to guess, that's how it would be. Workshop. Ooh. Neat little lockpick item right there. Moon pendant plus emerald bracelet. No. Emerald bracelet plus anything? No. Ornate compass plus anything? No. I mean, I knew this wasn't going to be the case, but also some items show up here, some items don't. So what if there's a contraption you could make with some of the later items? I don't know. I think not. Music room, clock tower, and storeroom. Now, the thing about this, unfortunately, is I do need this to give me access to the antechamber. Trophy room. It'll just have to be. Okay. And then I'm looking for... Oh, I guess I should take the Crown of Arinda Ares first. That'll make it easier. I can remove the electric eel aquarium. Ballroom, music room, dovecote. I've spawned all of those in this location. I've spawned all of them except for mechanarium and classroom number 9, so... I'm effectively just redrawing until I see either mechanarium or no more rerolls. Mailroom would be super useful. Anyhow. There it is. So it spawned with... Oh my... You are kidding me. On the coat of arms, the first number is 1 numeral. The rest are each 2 numerals. Also, by the way, this means that the mechanarium did not actually need to be open, and also it means that, embarrassingly, when I came into here to check this, I just completely missed that multiple times while I was in this room. Pretty embarrassing stuff. Alas. It's nice to have that finished, so it's literally just the final classroom blue memo that I don't yet have access to. Where was it again? There it is. On the coat of arms. MCCXIII. On the coat of arms, the first number is 1 numeral. The rest are each 2 numerals. So that means the first number is the Roman numeral M, 1000. The second number is 2 numerals, CC, which is 200. Then the next one is XI, which is 11. And then the final one is 2. Now, that adds up to 1213. What if I figured out the numeric core of that sequence? So if you have 1000 as the first one, ideally you would divide that by 200, one imagines, to lower the number as much as possible. So you have positive 1000 divided by 200 gives you 5. Minus 11 times 2. Minus 11 from 5 takes us to negative 6 times 2 is negative 12. So negative 12 is the numeric core of that number. $1,000 times by 200 divided by 11. No, that's absolutely not going to be it. 1,000. It's absolutely 1,000 divided by 200 gets 5. I don't know if numeric cores can be negative. I think they can, because it says that the number has to start positive, but it doesn't say if it has to end negative, just that it has to be a small whole integer. So let's assume that they can be positive in this instance, in which case, in order to create a positive one here, it would have to be 1,000, still divided by 200, because I need to lower that number a lot. Gets us to 5, times 11 gets us to 55, minus 2 gets us to 53. I don't understand. I need some time to continue thinking about that one. First number is one numeral, M. The rest are each two numerals, CC, XI, and II. Is there maybe a different interpretation of these other than as Roman numerals? M, mil, C, center, X, 10. XI? And if we really wanted to, maybe you could look at the final one and go, it's II, and then go, no, that's 11 as well, right? Because it's II, right? Like, I guess, in which case your number is 1, 2, 2, 2. That's kind of interesting, maybe. But also, what do I do with this? I know this is probably the number that gives me the family core, and then the family core is used in the vault, but the vault, I can't input anything. What do you want me to do? I didn't want that to be loud, but I wanted to be clear that I was straining my voice. Although I wasn't actually. Don't worry about me. We're all good. Yo. This as well. I'm gonna figure this out. 1 realm, 2 realm, 3 realm, 4 realm, 5 realm, 6 realm, 7 realm. But he starts and ends in the same realm. Boom. You start in there. Guess you probably went up, maybe down, a little bit all around, over there, through here to here, and then here. No? You probably sailed off that to come back this direction, if I had to guess, actually. I'm not even using information I have from the postcards. What if I did? What if I actually thought about the postcards and the ordering of them right now? I've been avoiding doing this because I've just been thinking I just don't have enough information to do anything about this. So I kind of forsook it for a while. But perhaps we need to resake it. Where are my postcards? Blackbridge Hotel and Spa. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these I only tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan. As it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of an old kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. A fragment of the old kingdom, and this is in Fenares. Yep. So you definitely start and end both in Fenares. That one's pretty easy. I'm actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. I suppose I should put forth the extra effort and drop it in the mail for consistency, but I am tempted to save the postmaster a trip, as it will just wind up here once again to join the other 7, which I am pleased to report are all waiting for me here on the desk, safe as can be. Flipping through them has reminded me of the many friends and lessons I have learned along the way, and as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. Uh-huh. How about another one? Because those both are telling me the same piece of information that I know. So what about new information? Different information? Oh, you're kidding me. It doesn't look like I've actually taken screenshots of the other... Oh my god, really? It's, at the moment, looking like I didn't take screenshots of the other postcards. I'm almost certain I did. That's the... There we are. First, Araja. So this one's from Araja, south. I was disappointed there has not been a drop of rain during my time here, as every Arajan story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I made on the strip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different to home. Loja Jena Ajlo Luna. Herbert. So law is law ja. Ja is what? Last? Give me a moment, I have to do some Russian homework. So loja is last word, yes. Ajlo. Last word ruler, first word water. Last word ruler, first word water. What? And that's how you logged out? Last word Luna, first word water? I couldn't tell you what order this occurred. Last word Yenna. Yenna being ruler. Well, Yenna is both ruler and Wayne. Last word rain, first word water. Last word rain, first word water. So is there maybe water, the word water and rain both in here? Disappointed there's not a drop of rain during my time, as every Russian story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make do on this trip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel a little different than home. is the Eurasian word for water, which we knew. And Yena means reign and ruler in Eurasian. And Ja is last, Aj is first. There's the prefix. Yeah, so the translation was correct. Law Ja is last word. Last word rain. First word water. The word water does not appear on this. Water rain? Water ruler? I don't understand. Are those the only ones that I have as well, unfortunately? I think that might be the case. Oh, no, hang on. Arkar is here as well. We arrived here after a few days of sailing, and it made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the rail tracks extended all the way north. Arkar is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times for business sinking. This time, however, I will avoid the familiar towns and factories and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. Unfortunately, these aren't dated. At least I don't believe them to be dated. Which makes it a little difficult to figure out the order of these. Damn. Okay, I do think I'm actually dead stopped on this one right now as well. Damn it. Like, this seems an obvious order to me. But also, I suppose... something like that wouldn't be surprising because you're going off the map in the other direction, going around the world. All right. I've befuddled myself enough with that room for the moment. It's time for me to befuddle myself with an exit. I was going to rest in the throne of the blueprints, spawning that outside. I have a coat check that I need to attend to first, though. Go check. Could you please hold for me a... Emerald bracelet is feeling more and more relevant again. Emerald bracelet, please. And then I'll head my way back into a throne of the blueprints. I will end my day there, giving me the ability to spawn it outside. I will also quickly get the coat check in the next run so that I have the emerald bracelet so I can spawn this outside with ease. Making absolutely certain I haven't forgotten to do something here. Obviously, it does not look like, at the very least, if I have forgotten something, that it was obvious. The Mount Holly's lavish castle. Throne room. Literally all you need for it to be called a castle is to have the throne room, it turns out. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Blueprints. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays, at or above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to 3D. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see y'all next time.